It's now 4:30 on WKYT this morning. The water keeps rising, and so do the financial costs of flooding in a central Kentucky county. What a local judge executive is telling us about the problem.
How a Lexington businessman who spent his life giving so much back to the community is being remembered this morning.
And a family is asking for help in finding a missing pet this morning who disappeared after a fire at their home.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's nice to have you along with us bright and early on this Thursday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. A happy day before Friday, right?
There you go.
It's a very happy time. Micah, hopefully you have some good news for us in the weather.
Well, I do not. We're looking outside. Scattered showers, thunderstorms expected again for today. And actually a better opportunity to see that rain today, as we spoke about the past couple of days, that it's just going to be on and off the next few days. Here's the look right now. First Alert Defender Live radar. Things look good, but look down toward Tennessee and Kentucky line. Here comes a thunderstorm. Heads up, working your way off into Cumberland and Clinton counties. Monticello there in Wayne County. I would say another hour or so before you actually see this storm, if it sticks together, and maybe even Russell Springs there in Russell County. Outside right now, 57 degrees. It's pretty calm, pretty quiet, but thunderstorms will start to spark away. Do we see any severe weather threat? I'll show you that in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you shortly. We thank you. And they've spent the last few days keeping an eye on flooded creeks and rivers, but Estill County leaders say they are also now worried about rising costs.
They say snowstorms this winter and then flooding this spring have taken a financial toll. This latest round of flooding only is making things worse. Monique Blair has the story.
Fish swimming on the same road you drive on. Likely not something you see every day, but for people who live in Estill County, it's hard to know what to expect these days.
Like a yo-yo, up, down, up, down, up, down.
In the past 2 weeks, crews have responded to 3 landslips, 1 road nearly destroyed, and cars stuck in high water.
It's continuing to escalate as the ground's so wet, and more rain just creates more problems for us.
Not to mention the debris that floats down the river once it gets high.
Seen everything go down that river but a house. See all that debris? You have the same amount every time, and where it all comes from, I don't know.
It's pretty obvious that Millers Creek Road here is completely covered in water, but oftentimes it's what you don't see that's causing the bigger problems.
We've had 3 federal disasters within 6 weeks.
To constitute a federal disaster in Estill County, damages must exceed $54,000.
This year we've had, with this disaster, we're approaching well over $1 million worth of damage with all entities within the county.
The various county entities are responsible for paying about 12% of the total damage amount.
It creates shortfalls. It creates possibly cuts in other areas to get through the year.
But for now, with more rain forecasted, it's hard to prevent these damages.
There's nothing we can do with Mother Nature other than just keep striving to make it better and safer.
In Estill County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
And Judge Executive Wallace Taylor tells us there are ways to offset that cost so the county won't have to foot 12% of the total cost of damages. While the flooded Red River has been causing problems in neighboring Powell County, emergency management there says that more than 10 roads around the county have been closed because of high water. They've been trying to keep people from driving through the water, but they say this morning they found a car crashed in high water underneath a bridge. Emergency crews searched for the driver, but they later found someone had given her a ride to a friend's home. Police later charged her with leaving the scene of an accident.
Heavy rain caused a vault to come out of the ground at a Mercer County cemetery. Larry Turner says his mother Hazel was buried in January at Patterson Cemetery, but he says the rain flooded her grave, causing the vault to float up and come out of the ground. He says the sight broke his heart.
You can see the vault sticking up, and it looks like a bomb has gone off on top of the grave.
Crews at the cemetery drained water from the grave. Crews say no other graves in the cemetery were affected by the rain. Hazel's family has not decided if she will be reburied with a vault.
In Casey County, some folks spent the day cleaning up the damage caused by flooding. Some businesses on the I-127 bypass in Liberty had water damage after heavy rain on Tuesday. One woman told us a foot of water destroyed nearly everything in her storage unit.
And I was thinking, well, everything should be fine except for my big furniture, because I had everything up. And it just so happened to be my luck I had my most important things down.
In 2010, flooding caused major damage in the same part of Liberty. The owner of one restaurant damaged then says the business was not eligible for flood insurance at the time, but now she has insurance.
4:35 now on WKYT this morning. An eastern Kentucky couple has been charged in connection to the death of their infant daughter. Police arrested 21-year-old Ashley Newsom and 19-year-old Joseph Newsom. They've been charged with manslaughter. Police say the 2-month-old girl was found unresponsive at her home in Knott County yesterday afternoon. She later died at a hospital. Investigators have not released a cause of death, but an autopsy has been scheduled for today.
Well, new this morning, police are trying to track down a burglar. This happened around 2 this morning at Man o' War Crossing Apartments on Palumbo Drive. Officers tell us someone pried open a back door and stole a safe. No one was at home at the time of the burglary. Police say there were footprints near the back door, but they do not have a suspect description.
A grand jury will not indict anyone for a deadly officer-involved shooting in Madison County last year. The Madison County grand jury announced its decision yesterday after hearing testimony from investigators, witnesses, and firearms experts. Last September, police shot 29-year-old Jessie Gibbons. Police say Gibbons assaulted a Lexington police officer and then led them on a chase to Richmond. They say they had no choice but to shoot him.
Well, this morning, a well-known Lexington businessman and philanthropist, Don Jacobs Sr., is being remembered. He died yesterday at his home at the age of 81. Jacobs founded the successful old Don Jacobs car dealership that now sits at the corner of Nicholasville and New Circle Roads. He and his wife Kathy also donated to many organizations around Lexington, including the Hope Center and the University of Kentucky. A transitional house and a cafeteria on West Loudon Avenue are named after them. Hope Center Executive Director Cecil Dunn says Don Jacobs was a quiet but generous man.
Anywhere you would see him, he'd be there, but he'd kind of be in the background. And all that Don and Kathy did for the Hope Center has helped hundreds and hundreds of people.
Well, visitation will be from 4 until 8 Friday at Emmanuel Baptist Church in Lexington. The funeral will be at the church Saturday morning at 11. The family asked that memorial donations be made to the Hope Center.
All right, he's going to be missed on the Lexington scene. Well, they lost their home in a devastating fire, but this morning a Rowan County family is needing your help in making sure that they don't lose a beloved pet as well.
One of the family's dogs that firefighters rescued later ran off, and they're hoping for a happy reunion after losing so much in the last few days. Garrett Weimer has the story.
At the Bentley's home in Morehead, a lot of what survived the fire now sits outside. But something's missing.
Of this dog, it was last seen in the Deer Run area.
Shine.
She's just so sweet and so loving. She is just a member of the family.
When the house caught fire on Sunday, firefighters went in through the window and rescued the family's 2 dogs inside. But then Shine, spooked no doubt, ran away.
It is just a dog. You know, but it's a very precious dog to us.
The family still has a lot of work to do here, but they say having Shine back would make it all a little bit easier.
We're all just totally devastated, and mainly more over the dog than the house. The house can be rebuilt.
And even with all this family faces in the coming weeks, starting nearly from scratch after a fire that tore through their home, leaving behind ashes and odds and ends, they're still not giving up hope of finding their dog.
We really are just begging and pleading if anyone can get this dog and bring it back to us. Oh my God, it would mean the world. It would mean the world to us.
In Morehead, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Well, the family's offering a $1,000 reward for someone who finds and returns their dog.
All right, hope that happens soon. Well, this morning, people in Clay County are remembering a man who they say dedicated his life to keeping children safe. Charles Henson spent more than 20 years driving buses for Clay County schools. The school leaders say he died Tuesday morning, just minutes after dropping off children at Paces Creek Elementary. Doctors say he suffered a heart attack. The Clay County superintendent says Henson was very dedicated to his job.
But he saw it so much more than that. He saw it as a way to minister to children and to love children and to take care of them on that school bus.
Henson was also a pastor. He was 65 years old.
Baseball fans, today is opening day for the Lexington Legends, and Big Blue fans will get a special treat at the game. Willie Cauley-Stein will be throwing out the first pitch tonight against the West Virginia Power. Gates open up at 5. The game starts at 7:05. This is the 15th season for the organization. Always a sign of the spring season that it's officially here finally weeks later.
Well, and how we're kind of twisting one sport into another.
From
there. Willie
basketball to
Cauley-Stein,
baseball.
and then, you know, with the baseball.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. 4:40 on WKYT this morning. Good morning to you. It's nice to have you up and at it with us.
Have you talked to your kids about powdered alcohol? Moms Every Day explains why maybe you should. That's coming up.
And I'm meteorologist Micah Harris. We're looking outside. Scattered thunderstorms in the forecast for today. We do get a break, though, in your forecast, and it's pretty soon. I'll show you that coming up.